Smart Electronics and Island Electronics, your one-stop shop for all the latest electronics and electronic repairs. Smart Electronics and Island Electronics, where you can get specials on electronic items such as tablets, laptops, computers, TVs, cameras, Fire Stick, Android boxes, Bluetooth speakers, stoves, microwaves, blenders, washing machines, cellular phones, cellular phone accessories, and so much more. They have everything electronic for you. So, you don't really need to go to St. Martin anymore. Head straight to Smart Electronics, located at Port Zante, opposite the food court. Island Electronics on 4th Street, right in the heart of Bastia. And Value Mart Complex Farms Estate in Nevis. Visit them today or call them at 466-4271, 466-7648 in St. Kitts, and 469-4270 on Nevis. Your one-stop store for all your electronic wants and needs.
The specials at Domino's are hot, hot, hot for any occasion. Hot right out of the oven. 1 medium, 2 topping pizza, and 2 20-ounce Cokes, only $35. Free Coke with your lunch until 2 p.m. Small, 1 topping school child lunch special, only $14. 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $69. 2 large, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $92. Oh, and the big one, baby. Free large pizza every Tuesday with your favorite 2 for Tuesday special. So, come on down or call and order now and experience our tasty oven-baked goodness. Domino's, the home of satisfaction.
For hot and wild, call Domino's. Now.
This message brought to you by ZIZ and the Fire Department of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I am Woman Fire Officer Louise Clark from the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services with your safety tip for today. Keep items that can catch on fire at least 3 feet away from anything that gets hot, such as space heaters. Smoking materials can cause residential fire death. If you smoke, take precautions. Smoke outside, choose fire-safe cigarettes, never smoke in bed, when drowsy or medicated, or if anyone in the home is using oxygen.
This message was brought to you by ZIZ and the St. Kitts Nevis Fire Department. Good morning and welcome back to the show. It's called Fire Talk, and we have in the studio with us each Tuesday morning at 9:30 representatives from the Fire and Rescue Services here in St. Kitts and Nevis. This morning we are joined by Chief Williams. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning, GQ. Morning, the listening audience. I'm trying to say a lot of things at the same time.
And I know how that goes.
Yeah. Good morning. It's really good to be here again.
And good morning, Mr. Hodge.
Hi, good morning, GQ, and good morning to the listening audience.
As usual, I will use this platform to share information from the Fire and Rescue Services here in St. Kitts and Nevis and let you know what they are doing in terms of what's happening in the society, their plans for the Federation, and the list goes on and on and on. This morning, though, I'm going to be guided by both individuals in terms of the conversation, and we'll be opening the lines in just a bit for you to join in if you have any concerns or questions as it relates to the topic or outside of the topic that you would like to address. So, who's going to take charge? Mr. Hodge, will it be you?
Yes, it would be. Good morning. Well, not to take charge of the chief, per se, but I'll start the ball rolling. All right, so this morning we want to just encourage persons to join the fire department. I want to talk about a little history first. The fire department has come a very, very long way from its inception in the Federation, being firstly in Nevis and some 3 years later in St. Kitts since I think it was 1875 in St. Kitts. So from there until now we have evolved, if I may use that word, from using the long time bucket brigade, the old fire trucks you could have run past and so forth, to a modern society, a modern fire service. And I would like to say kudos to all of the chief, all persons in key position, the ministers of government, for pushing the fire department along the way to where we are today. Mr. Williams now has taken the mantle and he's doing a very good job. He's keeping that faith, he's keeping the pressure on in moving the department forward. So kudos to all. And while on that, the fire department, as much as it is at the highest strength, we've had strength meaning the number of personnel we have working with us. We are at the highest in the history of the department. However, I would like to let persons in the general public know that we are open to applications, we are hiring. What you need to get an application form from the department. You need a police record, so let me put it out there, persons with criminal records need not apply. So 2 testimonials, 2 passport size photos, but once you come and visit the fire station, you can collect the application form from there, and the persons there will tell you exactly what is needed to become a part of our brotherhood.
Is there an age limit that you're looking at?
Yes, the age range is between 18 and 35. Okay. That's the age for application, between 18 and 35, and a criminal record must be produced with the applications. One of the issues we've been having since we are on applications is some persons come into the department and I think they forget that St. Kitts and Nevis is a federation. You can be transferred to Nevis. So if it's a case where you don't want to work in Nevis, then you really don't want to be a part of our department. And I'm thinking that I think something now is in place where you are asked all these questions when you come in, because we've been having some issues over some time and we're trying to eradicate all of that. So Nevis, it's St. Kitts and Nevis. Nevis is a part of our coverage district. And while at Nevis, I would like to publicly thank Mr. Perkins for the service rendered to officers in transportation between the islands. Mr. Perkins has took it upon himself. He's the owner and proprietor for the Islander Water Services. He has took it upon himself to transport us whenever we move for duty. So thank you, Mr. Perkins. Thank you to the Islander Water Services for the service you are doing to all officers. So yes, Nevis is a part of our working district, as I would have said earlier, and you work in St. Kitts or Nevis. That was it for the opening. Whereas to say, we're still having a problem in the fire department where persons are not respecting the sirens on the road. We are moving from point A to point B. We want to move in the least amount of time. So we are just asking persons, once you hear the sirens and the fire truck, the ambulance, the police, please give way. That is what the law states, that you pull to the left and you stop, giving way, leaving the center of the road open for those emergency appliances. So again, for the persons who do not know, once you hear the siren, please give way. Pull to the left and stop. There are some persons, some persons actually speed up in front of you to try beat the siren. Other persons would continue driving, and where there is oncoming traffic and you go out to that right side of the road, it poses a problem. So again, persons in the general public, the law states that when you hear the siren, you are to pull to the left and stop, leaving the center of the road for the emergency vehicles. So that is it from me for an opening. Mr. Williams, would you like to?
Yes, I'm sure for the regular listeners, you would have heard us go through the history before, but it is always important to go back from time to time so persons could have a better appreciation for where we were as a department and as a country and where we are now, so you could see that there has been continuous, perpetual progress. And so fire department, like any other department, has made significant strides over the years. And we cannot overemphasize the importance of a fire department. History has taught us how important fire department is. There were numerous experiences of huge fires. We had 1776, we had 1867, where the entire Bastia burned down. And for those of us who were not aware of that, well, of course, none of us was around, but that fire was so huge, it burned the entire, what would be our business center now, from Reeves Alley, which is now Central Street, all the way up to Cunningham Hospital. It did not burn the hospital, and then it came all the way back around. The last building to fall was the Anglican Church. So that entire area was burned flat. Fortunately, only one person died, even though fire department was somewhat still primitive, or bucket brigade and that kind of thing. Only one person died, and it was an old lady. So it is important. A fire department is necessary, and it is important to have a fire department. And Mr. had mentioned about the strength of the department. When we started, we were around 95, 100. We are at around about 118. So over 24 years, we made 24 this year. Over 24 years, we really have only grown by about 18 persons. And if you look at the economy has grown tremendously over the 24 years. So we are still somewhat behind in terms of the strength and our ability. We're still doing the work, we're getting the work done. That's one thing about fire department, we get the work done. And so, but there is need for improvement as it relates to the manpower, but that would come eventually. But one of the more important things I want us to look at is the demographics of the fire department right now. I am 43. I'm 43 years old. The oldest person, and we only have 2 persons in their 60s. Everybody else is 50 come down. So we have a very young fire department, and not in terms of its existence, but in terms of the people, the manpower, the staff, very, 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 very young. And we as a society, we would have to, if we want a good and efficient and effective fire department, as a society, we're going to have to play a part in dealing with the young people. We would have to play a part because it's young people responding to house fires in the 20s, some in the 19, 18, fresh out of school. These are the persons who are responding to accidents, major incidents. So they need guidance, and right now they are at this age. You are very, they can be misled very easily at this age. So it is important that we give them the correct guidance, and we expect them to make good. All of them will not make the best decisions, but we expect them to make proper decisions, because the thing is, when I leave, I want to leave a fire department where I am confident that if something were to happen at my residence, I know that there will be an efficient response, and professional people will be coming to my aid. Notwithstanding that I would have the necessary mechanism in place at my property.
You would hope so after all that experience.
So. Of course. But it is important, and I want persons to really, really pray for the fire department. We are still in a more or less a transition phase. We just had, for a very long time, we had a lot of deficiencies as it relates to the rank, the senior ranks, the FS corporals and sergeants and so forth. We had all of those ranks filled. But there are some challenges that we are facing presently. And so we are asking for persons to pray for us. Pray for the fire department. And if we know that the young people, we know the challenges you're having with young people right now, it's no different to fire department. We are not immune. So we are asking persons to pray for us. Now over to what Mr. Hart was speaking last about persons not respecting, and we have emphasized this so many times. When you hear a siren, now let me say that a siren does not give the fire department any kind of authority to break the traffic rules. It allows us to go a bit faster, but it does not give me the right to force anybody off the road. That is still an offense. It does not give me the right to tear through a red light. That is still a traffic violation. And anything happen, whoever the driver of the truck is, they will be dealt with according to the law. But the person who hears the siren, we are asking you just to ease to the side, allow the truck to pass, and then you continue on your journey. Because once you choose not to move, the very house that we are responding to might be yours. And because you choose not to move, we did not get to your property in time. And so the damage that could have been minimized is extensive because you choose not to move. And there are persons who try to outrun the trucks. Now these trucks are huge trucks, but they are designed to move. So they are very fast. So unless you're driving a sports car, we can keep up. So don't try to run in front of the truck. You hear the truck coming, siren on, move. Siren is saying, hey, I'm coming, give me some space so I could pass freely. Same thing for the ambulance. I don't think they would willfully try to run in front of a police car because that's not going to happen. But they try that with the ambulance and the fire truck. Some persons drive very close behind the fire truck. And vehicles at that size, you have to stay back at least 200 feet. So we are encouraging persons. Fire department, we don't drive with siren to get to some place that fast and it's not an emergency. We don't do that. Whenever those sirens are blaring, it is because we are responding to an emergency. So we are asking for the assistance of the general public just to give us a little way. Mm-hmm. We're not telling you to stop and think. If you need to stop, you stop. But just ease to the side. Mm-hmm. Allow us to pass so we could get to that place much faster. Start operations much faster and save more of the property and possibly save lives. That 5 minutes that you held us up could cause somebody their lives, and people, and we don't understand. Mm-hmm. We who work in fire, we understand the destructive nature of fire and how rapid fire burns. So that's why we try to get there in the shortest possible time.
I'm going to open the lines now, 465-2555. Can you put on your headphones? For those of you who have questions or concerns, you can do so now. Good morning.
Good morning, GQ.
Good morning, Culture.
Yeah, and the great firemen them there. Are you good morning?
Morning,
Good morning,
Culture. Morning.
Yeah. I am asking all you, please. Stop this order talking. Fire angels come this morning. Fire truck angels come this morning. And those ignorant people who refuse to obey the law, they know they're not supposed to be doing what they are doing. When they hear a siren is alerting you that I am an emergency vehicle traveling to assist who need your assessment. And if they believe that they could drive in front of the fire truck still and don't pull over, I think you all should work with enough firemen on the truck and one sit in front with the driver. And all who refuse to move to pull over, take the number and send them down by Mr. Limo. Bang them in the pocket because they're hearing in the ear. Even though you got some people believe the position of the work is bigger than the law. Don't care who it is. Summon them because no man higher than the law. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks for your call, Culture.
Yes, thank you, Culture.
Before you continue, let's take this call. Good morning. I'll let you address.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I beg to disagree with what the officer is saying. Beg to disagree. It's not as bad as he's complaining. It's not like that. Syndicates have gotten full of cars in the past couple of years. And I have seen people turn down 4th Street in order for a fire truck or ambulance to pass, right? I know that you hurry, but you cannot create an accident or create a disaster going to solve a disaster, right? I think that a lot of the impatience has to do with they also. People always try to get out of the road. Pull on any side you can to get out the road. And you should not come on the ear and penalize the people like that, like a lot of people don't move and this and that and that. Even if you look at it as numbers, if you have 100 people and you got trouble from 2, right, is less than 10%, and you don't have that kind of trouble. So don't come and make it sound like we have a lot of problem and people don't move on the fire truck and this and that. Everybody understand what it is. Everybody in St. Kitts, right? And so you have the corporation. But like anything else, in your department, you have a little problem here and there. Nothing to go 100%. And in St. Kitts. So be a little. Yes, you should encourage. And you can't drive in front of the fire truck like that and somebody on the side see you and don't cuss you about it. Because everybody understands it. So don't give the impression like it's so much a problem and a big issue. It is not true. It is not true. Yes, a little time we may find things like that also. But hey, work with the public a little more and don't put them under the bus like they don't move and this and that and that, you know. Right? The impression you're giving is not as bad. And that is what I call to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your call. Officers, I'm going to let you respond, but let's get as much call as we can now. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I disagree with your caller because many a times I see that same fire truck going, especially the big truck, them, they do not move out of the way. And yes, even if it's 10 and 2 ain't move, it is a problem. You hear the fire truck, the siren, you need to move, stop and pull over to the side. So I don't see why he going on like that with the fire officers, them. It is the law. And maybe the government needs to put something in place. When you don't move, when you hear the siren, you have to pay a fine less than $5,000. But we need to respect the sirens, no matter what. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. Let's take this next one. Good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to agree with the second to last caller. I don't think people is so much bashing the fire officers or the fire truck. Several times, about 5 times since I became a driver. The last time I've seen a lady had to pull off from the fire truck and she mashed up through him and she tire practically blew out. And anytime they come on radio, they never ever hear them say, come off the road or pull to the side when it's convenient. You have to let people know when it's convenient. Isn't that all the time you hear ambulance or fire truck? You could pull off the road because sometimes there is a sidewalk, depends on where it is. You could damage the vehicle. So they're also supposed to drive with caution, put on the siren, yeah? But people just can't come off the road all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. It cannot happen all the time. When it's convenient. And I've never heard them come on radio and say, when it's convenient. They never use that word. When it becomes convenient, you pull off the road. But it's not all the time you pull off a road. You have to wait till you get a good area where you can pull in. There's no vehicle there, and depends on where it is. Sometimes you have a cover wall. I mean, it could be several different reasons. So let us sit here. I don't think people is so bashing the officers them. But you have to do it when it's convenient. I say no more.
All right, man, thanks for your call. All right, we don't have any calls at the moment, so I'll let you respond to those callers.
Okay. When I started first, I said that our siren does not give us any power to break the law. I made that clear. And when I said that person should pull over, I did so. If they can stop, they stop. If they can pull over, they pull over. Even if there's a sidewalk and you can pull over, that's what we said, pull over. Right? The caller said that he never hear us say that. Maybe he didn't hear all the shows that we've had. We are not here to bash. We're not bashing anybody. We're encouraging people, and that's what we always say. We encourage people that when they hear the siren, they pull to the side. And while the second to last caller, he's correct. He's correct. There are persons who do pull off the road. And he saw somebody turn down 4th Street to get away from the vehicle. But we on the fire truck, he's not on the fire truck. No disrespect to him. He's correct with what he's saying. But he's not on the truck. And when we experience it, we're talking from experience. We're not coming on the show to bash anybody. That's not what the show is for. We always encourage and appeal. That's what we say. Because there are those who run with the fire truck, and we speak from experience. There are those who run right behind the fire truck because we could see them in the rear view camera. And there are those who drive in front and try to outrun the truck. We still have them. So we are appealing to those. We are appealing to those. This is not to say that persons don't do it. And we have mentioned that in previous shows that there are persons who do it. Maybe the caller didn't listen to that show. But nevertheless, he's correct. There are incidents where an immediate pull off or pull over is not possible. And we don't force anybody off the road. As I mentioned, we do not force people off the street. Because one of the things we realize is that siren causes persons to panic. And we are aware of that. We are well aware of that. So it's not like we're siren and horn and no. Because it causes people to panic. We on the truck, it's not a matter of being impatient. But it's a matter of knowing how precious that second is. So if it's a scenario, and I don't have to come and say everything, if it's a scenario where there's no pull off, if it's a one-way street and the street is small, and we know. But if it's a main street, and most of the time there is main streets where people can't pull off. People can pull to the side right next to the sidewalk and let us pass, but a lot of times it does not happen. So while persons are responding to it, and as the lady called and she said, even if it's two persons doing it, it is still a problem. So we still need to appeal to people. All we are doing is appealing and encouraging people. We are not trying to paint an image that it is that bad. Mm-hmm. But if one person doing it, that one person needs to stop. That's all we're doing.
Gentlemen, thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for taking your time out to share the information. And thanks to all of our callers. And thanks to all our viewers as well. And next week we'll be back, same time, same place. It's LIZ Radio, 9:30 in the morning, Tuesday morning, for another edition of Fire Talk. Gentlemen, that's it for you. I believe that you said it nicely. Unless you have something else you want to share.
Phil might have something you want to say.
No, man. After that response from Mr. Williams, I think that should be the closing for the show.
So, like too much.
So, thanks again to all the callers and continue enjoying the rest of your week.
This message brought to you by ZIZ and the Fire Department of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I am Woman Fire Officer Louise Clark from the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services with your safety tip for today. Keep items that can catch on fire at least 3 feet away from anything that gets hot, such as space heaters. Smoking materials can cause residential fire death. If you smoke, take precautions. Smoke outside, choose fire-safe cigarettes, never smoke in bed, when drowsy or medicated, or if anyone in the home is using oxygen.
This message was brought to you by ZIZ and the St. Kitts Nevis Fire Department.
ZIZ Radio, entertaining the nation, enjoyed by the world.
It's the Cable's April Giveaway Frenzy, where everyone wins. Sign up today for a new internet packet and get blazing fast internet speeds from the Cable. And how about TV? Sign up for Ultra TV and get over 90 channels at an ultra cool price. And everyone who signs up gets to pick from a treasure trove of amazing prizes. Picture yourself enjoying your favorite shows, movies, news, and sports on Ultra TV, or streaming your favorite series, without the buffering. Get the best of both worlds, while also winning incredible prizes. From cash to groceries to gift cards from Shein or Amazon. Even a weekend getaway. It's all part of the Cable's April Giveaway Frenzy. It's time to get the best broadband and the most Ultra TV experience. Sign up with the Cable between now and April 30 to receive this special offer. Call 465-2588. Visit us in store or sign up at www.thecable.net. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
The future is unknown. Protect your life, your family, and your valuables from unforeseen circumstances. Let National Caribbean Insurance give you the peace of mind that you so deserve. At NCI, we offer a suite of affordable insurance plans that can be tailored to ease your financial burden. We aim to deliver exceptional products to satisfy all your insurance needs. Whether life, health, motor, or property insurance, NCI has the right solution for you. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales professionals are ready and able to assist you. Let National Caribbean Insurance Company Limited help you to prepare for the unexpected. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
For the 2024 edition of the Agriculture Open Day, going down on Thursday 25th and Friday 26th April at the Royal Bastion Valley National Park next to the National Heroes Park. Action time from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday and 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday. Admission for all $5. School children in uniform getting absolutely free. Fresh food, local drinks, grilled seafood, barbecue chicken, black pudding, goat water, and the crowd favorite, finger-licking tree mutton. Sign up for the watermelon eating competition, roast card eating competition, horseback riding, take a ride on the mechanical bull, lots of games and cultural performances, musical entertainment by DJ Shaggy, Hellfire International, EK, The Real Right, and The Sugar Bed, New Vibes International. See you at the Agriculture Open Day, April 25th and 26th at the Bastion Royal Valley National Park. Don't you miss it!